What is going on, guys? Chris Poole. I'm back again with another video. As promised, we're going to talk about the top 5 features Live 24 is going to need to take down 2K24. Stay tuned. YouTube, what's going on? Chris Poole. I'm back. Like I said, we're going to talk about those features. But first, I was looking at my statistics because that last video kind of popped off according to my standards. And I see that only 0.5. That's 0.5% of people are subscribed to my channel. So if you could just drop the subscription, obviously it's free. So if you could go ahead and do that to me, let's aim for at least like 5%. 5%, like that's not even that much, you know what I mean? So let's get right into the video. First feature I want to talk about is NBA Live 365. Now, I know that this is pretty much a feature that 2K has tried to emulate in the past decade, but they haven't really branded it as such. So those of you that are not familiar with Live 09, Live 10, there was a feature called NBA Live 365. Basically what this did was they tracked the analytical data of every single player in the league. Do they like to go right, pull up from this range? Are they finishing at the basket at this percentage? And they put it into a graph where players are essentially going to play like they would in the game, even if you're playing against the AI. So if you're playing against the AI and you know that there's a player that's really hot from the left wing, they're going to pull up from the left wing and kill you all game long. And that's updated literally every single day. So if you have a stretch where LeBron is super cold from 3, he goes 1 for 9, he's going to be cold the very next day in the game. And if he goes on a super hot streak, he's going to be hot that next day. So it's literally ebbing and flowing with every single day gameplay and emulating back into the game. So if they can emulate that in the future, especially with their animations of like a player likes to get to this left hand and get to this signature animation, like Damian Lillard likes to get to that right hand hesitation step back going left to right from deep. If they can get that animation tied with what his percentages are, it would be very seamless, especially when playing against the AI. Next feature, you guys already know I was going to talk about this, the VC. No VC in NBA Live 16, NBA Live 18, NBA Live 19. You grinded your player out. So you didn't have to put any money in, and the benefit of that is obviously you just buy the game for the price that it was, and then you just played it out that way. So I do have one gripe with that. I think that it should take a little bit longer to get your player up to a higher level, because if those of you that are familiar with NBA Live 19, you can have a 70 overall player, and if you know how to play the game, you're not going to be absolutely slammed. In 2K, it almost incentivizes you to put that money in and to grind your player up, or you're going to just be getting beat super bad day one. So number 2, no VC. The third thing, and this was a staple in Live for such a long time, the ability to go to the Shootaround Court. Now, this was actually present in Live 19, but it wasn't implemented the way that I think they could. They could use kind of like a 2K type-esque situation, or go back to like Live 10, as I have gameplay up on the screen, where you can invite players into your court. As soon as you load into the game, you're already, you know, kind of warming up. You're putting shots up like you would at a pickup game. You wouldn't just walk on the court and immediately start running games. You're gonna put a couple shots up, you know, get loosened up. Basically, that's exactly what you do. You load into the lobby, you have your My Player out, and you can join your friends almost like a GTA, and y'all are just shooting around, or y'all can start pickup games right from there. Y'all can hit the park from there. Y'all can do My Team, or excuse me, Ultimate Team, and it's just seamless from that. So I think they should definitely add back the Shootaround Court. Next up, and this was a super missed opportunity in Live 19, court battles. Court battles was actually super cool, innovative way. Essentially, it was like an Ultimate Team mixed with like a park. And essentially what you did was you were able to play pickup games against other teams, and then if you win those games against the AI, you start to basically recruit players to your team. And based on what the challenges were, you were able to get better and better players. So it's essentially just like Ultimate Team, but you were only playing against AI players. There were other people that had teams that you can see, but you were never actually physically live playing their teams. You would only play the AI version of the teams that they were able to create. And another cool feature they had in that was you were able to customize the rule set depending on the strengths of your team. So if you had a super big team like Shaquille O'Neal, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, you just wanted to say shots in the paint only. So that means I need to craft a team that can defend or play against this team that was really good at shots in the paint. What I think they could do and tie back in is add that Ultimate Team element in where you're playing live teams. So it's like a random rule set maybe, or a predetermined rule set, and then I can now select the team to play against your team in a live setting. Being buried under that one court battles with the AI, I just don't think was the right decision. If they can implement that properly, I think it would be a banger, especially if you can bring your friends in and y'all are playing maybe like my players, your created players against their created players under like a different rule set. I think it would be super. The fifth feature, I said I have 5, is game atmosphere. This is something that when I was in 2009, I was like in middle school. I believe I was in middle school, and I popped in NBA Live 10 and I put it to finals or playoffs atmosphere. Literally mind blowing. The way the players walk out on their little animation screen, the way LeBron does his toss, everybody in the stadium is like color coordinated. This is something that 2K has done really, really well in the past, but I think the way that 2K presents the atmosphere takes the focus off of like the fans and like the arena. The arena looks different in the ESPN NBA Live broadcast, and I think that's something they can really bring back to life, whether it be the way the things that the players are wearing. They wear different accessories, different warm-ups, different everything is different because it's a different heightened atmosphere. And I have some gameplay playing in the background where you can kind of see what I mean. It is from like 15 years ago, so it needs to be updated, but I think having that ESPN integration with that game atmosphere can really put polish for those that are like to play quick play and dynasty type modes. I do have 2 honorable mentions before I let y'all go. One quickly is the music. The music that from Live 14, 15, 16, 18, 19 killed 2Ks. I don't think, that's just my personal opinion, but I don't think that many people would actually argue with me that their soundtracks on those games were absolutely amazing. And in those games, they had curated playlists. One thing that they kind of promised, but they kind of fell back from, I think that they can add to, is have your initial day 1 launch playlist, and then add in the seasons, add in 5 tracks or 3 tracks every single season to keep it a little bit more fresh. Because what I think Live does really well is they actually take versions of the instrumentals from the track list and plays it during your like pickup games. And so it does get a little bit repetitive when you kind of are playing a lot, but if they add more and more songs during the year, you're going to start to be like vibing during your games where it's kind of just a chill, laid back atmosphere. So their music is fire. Continue that. Add as many songs as you possibly can. And the last but not least honorable mention, this is kind of inevitable, so I don't know why it would be a feature, but the face scan technology that Live was having through that stretch of 16, 18, 19 was phenomenal. And you bring that into the next gen platforms, that I can't even imagine what it's going to look like. Unfortunately, the face scans have kind of been buggy now, so I can't show you what mine was looking like, but I thought it looked basically exactly the same as me. All my friends, they were pretty spot on. I think their technology is really, really in the right direction. 2Ks can kind of be hit or miss from my experience, but Live has really had an opportunity to, with that new graphic capability of the next gens, to really knock it out of the park. So YouTube, that's all I got for now. I appreciate you. Like I said, please subscribe to my channel. Like the video if you enjoyed it, because like I said, only 0.5, 1/2% are subscribed to my channel, and I know we can do better than that. Shout out to y'all for watching this video. If you made it this far, comment something random down so I know that you watched all the way to the end. That's all I got for now. Take care. As you want to say, brush your hair.